Hello everybody, welcome to episode 7 of the Digimon VER Revival series here. We have the device right here, the wonderful brick, and as you see, it has a sleeping mon in it, but we're going to ignore the sleeping mon for right now. Just to talk about this other egg here. So we're actually going to set this up real quickly. We're going to get the nice little A, B buttons here. And we're going right for the third egg, because I wanted both like third egg options. Besides that, while that is hatching over there, let's talk about our other guy, who we are going to give to one more care mistake to him, to start getting him all prepared up. I already have 2 care mistakes on him, but he does need one more. It's because I'm going to take this beautiful Patamon here, and take him down the negative route. So we're going to go for like one more care mistake on him, which I think I'm just going to do a sleep care mistake. Because as you know, he'll need to go back to sleep in like 15 minutes. And we still have enough time for him to not evolve just yet. So yeah, we're just going to wait till like, he has one more sleep care mistake. So that's the pathway for him. And then this guy over here, we're also going to take him down the nice little simple Patamon route again. Which probably is annoying. Maybe I'll take him down, I think it's not Gazimon on this device. I forget the negative route. I'll probably take him down the negative route maybe. Because I have to look at the evolution paths again for this device. At least for rookies, because I kind of forget what's all going on in this device. But yeah, so we're going to give him some bit of foods here. And pretty much the same as what happened yesterday. Just going through a bit of the process here. And there we go, and get that out of the way. So there we go, nice and going for us. Okay, so I need to check this guy over here and make sure I haven't done anything too crazy with him yet. Okay, no. So, for Patamon here, we're going to try keeping him to where he has none of the effort hearts yet. Because we want him to go down the negative path. I know once you get 3 camera mistakes, it should be fine. Because I think it's all about overfeeds after that. So if you do like overfeeds, it takes him down like the bottom pathway, which isn't bad. It wouldn't be the negative path. It'd be more like the neutral, I forget what it is, I forget the pathways, but it's more like the overfeed path, so, I'm skipping that for right now. I'm going to go up towards the sort of middle path for this one, because I really like Edamon, and I kind of like to go down the Edamon route for this guy. For the other guy over here, I wanted to go down the Unicornmon route, or Unimon route, whatever the heck you want to call him, and go towards like Andromon. So this one will be like the fully positive route, and then this guy over here will be the kind of negative route. Just because both the Digimon I really like on this device, so I'm like, eh. Also because like the version 3 egg doesn't really have too much going for it, like in terms of like Digimon evolutions really, or like the Jogressing. So like the other eggs on this device, like the version 1 and 2 egg, have the Jogress function, and then version 4 and 5 also have a Jogress in there. But the version 3 egg is kind of weird in that sense, where it actually doesn't have any of those like interconnecting pathways. So it kind of makes it very different compared to some of the other routes in this device, which is very interesting in my opinion. There's just something about that where them being very different is just kind of interesting. But yeah, I'm going to probably look and see. Maybe I'll do the other pathway for him to unlock the next Digimon. I have to kind of look and see what's the plans here for this guy. Because he pretty much, after this evolution, he'll evolve in like 12 hours. So I have to figure out what my plan is there. I'll probably look into it and see what I'll have to do. Because sometimes the evolution requirements for the lower pathways can be a little bit of a pain. But sometimes they're not. I don't know. It's mix and match, like I said. And to be honest, in this series, I'm kind of wanting to show off a bunch of Digimon routes. So, like, I think in the next round, we'll probably do, like, a version 1 egg to mess around with, like, Betamon or whatever. And then, probably one of the special eggs to show that off. And, yeah, just kind of chilling around with them for a little bit now. And, of course, as you know, from this side over here, we can start doing battles, but, I usually don't like doing battles during the rookie stage because, one, that kind of messes up my own counting, and just, secondly, there's not really much purpose of battling at this point onwards. Pretty much battles in these devices start taking effect in the champion stage. Now, if you compare this to an original brick, an original Digimon brick, you actually do want to start battles early. In these devices, you do not want that. So, like in the original Digimon brick and the original Pendulum, you pretty much did want to start battling off in your rookie stage, and that's just because in those older devices, it was very much about your percentage. In these devices, it's not really about percentage. It's more like looking if you have a certain amount of like wins. The color devices did bring back the percentage, but not like fully properly. So you're still going for like those like 15 battles with 12 victories, but yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like it's kind of tricking you, but not really. But one of those like you just have to look and see what all it's going on for it. Besides that, in the original devices, there was a lot of factors that came into play with evolution, and in the original devices, evolution wasn't a certain factor. It was more like a randomized factor. So, like, you could easily fail in evolution, and that's just how it was. And you couldn't really be sad about it, because that was just how it is. Like, it was just about chance. Sometimes your Digimon really just wanted to stay that certain stage. At least, like, champion stage. Because pretty much champion would be your final stage. Sometimes, if not, it maybe would evolve to the next stage. And there's a bunch of devices like that. In the original devices, it's not too bad, because the sort of, like, percentages are very much more in your favor in that sense. Like, you sure can still land on the negatives, but you still have a good chance at the positives. And same with the original Pendulum. Even though I've never had luck with the original Pendulums on getting past certain stages, you still have a good chance. And then with the Pendulums, you also have the fallback of Jogressing. So for those devices, you at least had like multiple ways out of things. In more of current day devices, it's not really like that anymore. It hasn't kind of been like that, I guess, since probably the Digimon Twin, maybe the Burst. I think it's more the Twin. I want to say the Twin, because I think the Twin was like the last one that really kind of messed around with a lot of concepts that were kind of a part of like original Digimon ideas. And to be honest, the Twin kind of seemed like it was wanting to introduce new ideas that just kind of fell flat on its face. At some point, we'll do a series on the Digimon Twin. It's just, no, that device is kind of a bit of a pain to run. Also, because I kind of worried that series would be really boring. I love the Digimon Twin, but the evolution chances on that device are so not in your favor. It's very bad. Like, unlike the original brick and the Pendulum, the Twin is meant to be hard, and it's just kind of punishing for that factor. Which is a big old pain of it. But there we go, got our wonderful little dudes here. Overall, they're doing pretty good. Nothing too bad with them. And yeah, we're just kind of waiting it out now, because pretty much this guy's going to evolve to his next stage, and then Patamon over here are just kind of waiting for that. I'll probably end the a bit early today, because I don't think there's too much kind of going on with this stuff. I mean, we can't wait for him to evolve. It's pretty much going to be another Tokomon again. But besides that, it's kind of just chilling with this dude. And yeah, just kind of waiting for him to go on there. Besides that, I guess we could talk about other sort of VPET news that's currently going on. I have heard that there is a new release of the Tamagotchi Paradises coming out. 2 new releases. I'm kind of back and forth on how I'll be setting up the orders for those. Mainly because I've seen like there's a special case edition going around, and I might pick up one of them as a special case unit. I don't know, I have to look at pricing and stuff for them before I even decide any of those functions. But I'm super excited about those, especially because I really did like the Tamagotchi Paradise. And I know I need to revisit the series at some point, but I have revisited those devices in some capacity since then. They're still really awesome devices, and I'd love to come back to them again, especially because I still have 2 I have not ran yet. As you noticed in the past episode, we did talk about me getting the Jade Forest, and of course we still have the Sky one that I've not fully ran yet either. And of course we still have to revisit the originals. At some point I'll probably do like a really long series going over each of those devices, just because of how much is in those. But right now I think we're pretty much just chilling out with them. And then besides that, there's been a bunch of other re-releases going around. For Digimon, I don't think there's anything too crazy besides the 20th re-releases, which will happen at some point, which I'm super excited about those, just because I like the idea that more people have access to 20th devices. They're already kind of common anyway, but I know for a little bit there, someone was trying to scalp them, which is insane to think about that, because the 20ths are so common. The idea that someone was sitting there trying to buy them up and scalp them is so dumb. If you're buying a Digimon 20th and it's not like one of those weird special edition versions, it should be $20. I'm going to say that now. It should be $20. Or less. $20 or less. Don't be paying more for that. The only times I can say maybe pay more is like if it's like the Omegamon edition or like the Alphamon edition or the Zubamon edition of the original 20ths. Oh, we got the evolution happening. And put it to sleep. But yeah, if it's like one of those special editions, then I'd say like go for like if you want to pay a little bit more extra, or like the fancy Kenji art edition one. I kind of forget the proper name of it, but it has like the new Mamon art and stuff like on it. But like it should pretty much be like a sort of like lower price overall. I don't think like well, in my opinion, the 20th should not really be hitting those upper levels of value. Just because of like them being so common. Like I said, they pretty much were sold for a very long time. Majority of the world got a hold of them. And then, like, that's kind of what it is. I could say maybe the Japanese ones, like the early Japanese ones, and like will be rare. Maybe. It's kind of hard to say. Just because those original Japanese ones do have some extra functions in them that aren't really even used anymore, but they still do have extra functions in them. And then, of course, you had the special edition color ones that came out after that, which were limited, but like those came with like signed art cards and stuff like that. So like there's reasons why those ones would be more valuable than the world release of the 20th. And of course, with the new ones coming out, you still have access to getting more 20ths, so it's like kind of one of those like, it's kind of hard to say what's all going on with that. I am hoping with the re-release of the 20th that we do get more versions of the X line at least. I would love an X3. That is really where I'm hoping it's kind of going towards. I would get if they did like a re-release of the X1 and X2, but I'm really hoping an X3 is on the list because that's one of the few Digimon devices I'm actually missing in my collection. So I'm hoping those get a re-release and I can finally complete my X set. Hopefully. But for right now, we got Patamon here. And I think I'm going to end the episode here because there's nothing much really going on with these guys. In the next episode, we'll be starting up battles because our boy Patamon here will be in his next evolution stage. And we'd start getting him ready for the battling world. I'm going to give him one more camera mistake and get him down the negative path. And then for our boy Tokomon here, we're going to take him down the nice good boy path. Well, maybe. I'm going to check and see what the requirements are for his sort of rookie stage. And see if I could take him down the other path of the rookie. Just for, like, fun. I don't know. It seems like it'd be fun to mess around with him. Besides that, I don't think there was anything else really going on. So, I'll see everyone later. Bye-bye-bye!